Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Innkeeper, and today I would like to welcome you all back to City Skylines, the city of Drunkards. As you can see right here, the city is glistening in the brightness of the sun right there. Fantastic thing to see indeed. Last episode, we focused a little bit more on our oil industry, as we've done throughout the past 2 or 3 episodes, I believe, and also expanded on our new sort of, I don't know, high-density / residential zone that we're going to have around here. Not seeing too many traffic problems as of yet, but I am sort of visualizing it. I feel like it's going to happen sooner rather than later. We will find out sooner rather than later. Yeah, I don't know why I needed to say that twice. That was pointless, but there we go. The demand is still high, and we will go ahead and continue to please the demand as we have always done. Let's go ahead and add some more low-density residential over here. We're going to try and keep these people uneducated. That's sort of the role that we have right now. We don't want education in our midst, because we require uneducated workers, especially on this little section and pretty much only this bottom section. I know the oil industry requires sort of more educated workers because sort of more rules, regulations, things to do. There's that little robot stuck in there. Look at it. It's like a very old sort of junk bot of some form. Very rusty. And now it's just sort of been sellotaped to a, I don't know, an oil rig as a joke of its robot peers. Sort of like attaching someone to a flagpole. That kind of thing. That, yeah, robot nerd. What are you, a robot nerd? Can you be a nerd if you're a robot? Because surely they would sort of have similar levels of intelligence, simply because why would we lesser the intelligence of some of them, unless of course some of them are of older models, in which case they would probably be upgraded or decommissioned, so why would they be conversing in that sort of way? I don't know why. Why are they talking to each other? I guess they would be talking to each other all the time, considering sort of you think about the case of driverless cars, then going to need to communicate with one another and, well, to avoid crashing, I would imagine. Or at least, it would be one of the ways to help avoid some sort of collision, pretty much just based on driverless cars, which, you know, you could call robots. I'm going to call them robots. Robots! We are having a little bit of issues over here with our traffic. Well, are we? It's disappearing. I suppose not really. I need to remember the fact that before I made these changes, we had a giant queue basically going all the way back to around about here, and it was barely moving. So now, everything is pretty much moving. So I would say we did a pretty good job. I love this. Something about it is so disorganized, yet at the same time it's just sort of a really nice looking puzzle piece that is just sort of gently fitted in. And it works. It definitely works. I'm not sure what I was trying to say. Come up with some sort of analogy that never really came through. I was missing some puzzle pieces, supposedly. Okay, but for some reason now everyone is having problems working over here. Should I just stop people from working here? Because for some reason the demand for uneducated workers in this section is so bloody high, but they will not, they just will frequent, if that's the right word, or refuse to upgrade their density so that they can request for more educated workers. I wonder if there's any resources under here I can sort of use to my advantage. Nope, we do have trees though. I could turn this into a forestry section, I suppose. That's pretty much it. Got some iron there, okay. That's something to think about. I might want to make a little road here so we can get the iron. There's loads of oil there, but we won't be able to really do too much there. As I try and talk. It's definitely not one of my highest of skills. So yes, improving the density around is basically, well, we're completely required. Who needs to work there? Like 2 uneducated workers. What do they need to do? Just look at it. What's going on? And then we got these ones right here. A highly educated worker is living there. The problem I have is that they don't really have too many facilities for higher educated workers. Okay, no, scratch that. I do have quite a few facilities for higher educated workers. It seems like a lot of them are working in office buildings, which does make a lot of sense. We do have a few of those lingering around. Is there a way for us to check the requirements? Well, sort of the educational requirements. You can tell what bracket I'm in. Sort of levels, perhaps? Probably would help indication. Well, to indicate it. Imports, exports. What's our tourism? Why are people visiting these houses? My voice cracked ever so slightly there. So we have tourism on some of these houses here. Or is that just where the tourists are living? Okay, that's probably where the tourists are. So you're a tourist, I'm a tourist. You are the entire tourists, apparently. Mostly of low wealth, very few of high wealth, and a medium right there of, well, medium wealth. Exporting. So we are exporting more goods than we are importing, which I suppose is good. It means we're not sort of importing oil product. We're importing oil products. Looks like we are doing a little bit of oil, though, when it comes to imports. Mostly goods. Exports. What about imports? What am I mostly gathering right now? Forestry products. Not something I thought about, but maybe I could probably help. Because I imagine I'm spending a lot of money on imports. Maybe if I focus on a particular kind of industry, then I will be able to alleviate the costs of the imports coming in. So maybe if I gathered up the ore from over here, I wouldn't have so much of a... Well, I don't really have much of a deficit. But maybe later on, when I'm sort of having a little bit of trouble with money, if I ever do so, happen to have trouble with money, then I could probably go under here, gather the iron, use it to fund other industries with my iron, and at the same time, lower the cost of purchasing iron or having it imported in from other places. That would work out. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sort of saying this to myself, not to everyone else. Population. Right now, I should really... Land value. See, we just need to improve the value over here. I'm wondering if... It's currently sort of blue, so it's nearly in the middle. I suppose I just need to add a few more parks. I hate doing this. I really do. Maybe more trees will help. I need to... The problem is, I always say, oh, I need to look up how to do this, that, and the other, but I always forget. It's just the way of things. Does this improve land value? Is there even a... Okay, the visitor capacity. Small playground, sure. Business park. Is that a business park? No, just small park. It's a business park. Why not? 2-hour delight. So we can put you right here. That might help out slightly. Probably not, though. Mostly it's just the fact that we need more uneducated workers, and we don't have them right now. If we look at our education system, that should indicate to us who is currently uneducated. So it's mostly the people down here that are uneducated, and they have to go all the way from here, and it doesn't really take them that long to get to work, but still. And currently, because I lowered the budget on our education, we don't really have much of a capacity for everyone right now. Although it's still sort of in the yellow margin. And at the moment, we are still running low on uneducated workers. What I really should do is just delete some of these schools. Maybe keep the one in the middle right here for the highly educated workers. And then sort of... Maybe delete this one at the bottom. That might be a good idea. Do I even need this? There is a high number of students. The thing is, I'm thinking of the more sort of human aspect of this. And I'm like, I don't want to just demolish a school and ruin the future prospects of the people that are living in this lovely little place right here. That would be abhorrent. They have been used to having an elementary school nearby to teach their kids the way of life, the culture that they live in, and also, well, living in a society such as this. Apparently right next to a drugstore / petrol station. Interesting. But there we go. You know, I just don't want to remove that sort of... Well, yeah, I don't want to remove that sort of, yeah. At the same time, I believe this is also increasing the density. Maybe I should have a school in the industrial sector. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. However, I will not be doing that today. I will be pretty much just continuing on increasing our sort of residential zones right here. We should have a little road coming through here. Or it should connect up to there. I don't mind that idea. That's pretty cool. Should have a curve in from this roundabout. Okay, not like that. I really wish more roads would sort of go in like this. So I pretty much have to do it manually, which is just awkward. It's not only awkward, but really weird. I don't want you to curve in like that. It's so weird. Maybe I can come in from the other direction. No. Okay, what if I... Yeah, if I pocket out. If I pocket out first, then you can help me get it in. There we go. Still awkward. It will do. Now we can get some more residential sort of placed along here. And pretty much all along here as well. On this section, I don't mind having some high-density housing. There we go. Is it really a good idea to have high-density housing? Especially on that little blob right here. Tell you what, we'll get rid of the housing here just to help separate the areas, that would be a good idea. I did miss a little section here for piping. Let's get that set up. What's our heating currently at? Still absolutely huge. We can upgrade some of these pipes, which at the same time I believe will increase density. Not density, will. I think I've been saying density this entire time. Increase land value, but I'm not completely aware as to whether that is true or not. I'm not completely aware. So apparently I'm half aware, but not. So it's great. And we're just going to add a few roads right here. Is that one really a good idea to place a road? That's a very busy section. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but then again, there's just a few houses being placed around, so I suppose it's not really that much of a big deal. We will connect up this... okay, wait, no. Let's not do it like that. Let's make sure we upgrade the roads. Just upgrade all of this to heating, why not? And eventually we'll make our way over to this section right here. It's the problem with increasing density, though, I feel. Now our heating availability is just shot down. Apparently, you need quite a few of these facilities to get things up and running. Who'd have thought? But that's okay. What I will do is not expand upon it. Okay, I probably should expand upon it very slightly. Like this. So there we go. Just to get the last little bits. I don't want to, you know, stop people from getting their heat and then sort of complaining that people next door get their heat. Why am I not getting any heat? While they're sort of trying to light a fire, and unfortunately that will cause a fire. It's a pretty bad process, if I do say so myself. Anything else over here? Yep, I do feel like we could probably have ourselves... Do we want another roundabout along there? I don't think we need another roundabout. Okay, we probably do need another roundabout. Just to help sort of spread. Just a massive roundabout. I don't want that. Yeah, just a small one right here. Merva's a little bit annoyed right now. His secret room has been removed, essentially. And by that I mean I got a new bed, so the under part of it is no longer available to him. Well, it is. He can still go underneath that bed. He just hasn't learned that he can yet. So he's quite scared of new things, so he will refrain from doing anything with the new thing until, of course, he finds trust in it. And in which case, then he will go ahead and, well, continue on his jolly little world life, which is fine by me. I want this to curve in so we can get every little last bit of space. Okay, that's curving in too sharply. There we go. That's fine. And we'll get some piping in there as well. Saying piping just feels really awkward. Well, we'll get some piping in there. Like, great. How much will that cost? I don't know. I don't know, love. I don't have the parts. I'm wondering what that accent was. What accent was that? I don't know. I'm not particularly great at emulating accents. Emulating accents. Okay, it wasn't that bad then, but... Really? This little bit? Okay, that's fine. I don't care. As I was saying, I'm not really great at emulating accents. Emulating accents. What is it with the T that I keep removing from emulation? Okay, my ear just went... It's going beep all of a sudden. What happened? It's like a bomb went off. Not that I'm used to bombs going off nearby. I live in the rough part of England where people are throwing grenades left, right, and center. You wouldn't believe it. Anyway, I need to have some commercial up this road as well. It just feels like a main road for commercial. This is a problem. Once again, having commercial buildings near residential is not a good idea, but it's not really caused me too many problems, so that's why I'm still doing it. What if I have just sort of a smidge of high density here and there? That might look quite interesting. I'm just sort of trying to fill this in. I reckon this section right here could probably be turned into a road that will have some high density in there. It just seems kind of pointless. I'm not doing anything with it. I may as well try. How would I do that, though? Because I could make it one way, and it can go up from here, possibly, or maybe just slightly away from it. Go up and then along. The thing is, I feel like that's going to cause unnecessary traffic issues. But like I just said, I just feel like I'm not using this space correctly. I could just have one big road going up, and then maybe a little roundabout, and around it can have some fucking roundabouts. Look, I need to find every excuse I can. See, that's not bad right there. Just a roundabout right here. I can upgrade the road type. I can't upgrade the road type. See, this one makes a lot more sense to me. Sort of a roundabout right here, because I want to be able to use up all this space. I really do apologize about Merv. He's very leery right now. And then what I can do is upgrade this road. Make sure it's one way. So there we go. It's very, it's going to look really screwed up and disjointed in a few seconds, trust me. Here we go. Okay, no, that ended up beautifully. I'm fine with that. So there's going to be some traffic lights around here, which I don't like. But we're not really seeing too much traffic, so I'm not too worried about that just yet. Tell you what, though. What's a good idea is possibly having this road end here, so there's another way to get to the residential zone. Just sort of gives people more room to get around. We'll see how that works out for us. It might not work out for us, but you never know. It might just work out for us. This road should come up here, and this one here as well. Maybe this should go along like that. No, I don't think it should. I think it should just keep going like this. There we go. It's not bad. It's using up space. Looks kind of nice. Now, over here, what we need to have is some... Oh, should we have this be sort of a really fancy office section? I don't think I can get away with that. I think just sort of high-density commercial is good enough. It's far away from everything as well. Then again, do we generate noise with the office buildings? I have to imagine we do. Although generally, it's sort of quite quiet environment. Of course, I guess I'm not really going to know because I think it's surrounded by commercial. I'm trying to find the noise here. What is it? Wind? Excuse me. There we go. The headphones. Okay, it doesn't look like the... I think that's an office. Yeah, that's an office building right there. The office buildings don't seem to produce any noise. Which is great. It's good to know. Oil produces a shizload of noise. That's right. Shizload. It's my word right there. Excuse me. No more room. Okay, I'm going to have to start emptying. I think there were a few places that were requesting the dead to be moved. One of them, I believe, was at a park. Oh, the days of finding the recently deceased at the park. Oh, those are the days. Anyway, let's go ahead and just add some identity commercial, lav. Do you want some identity? Yeah, I do. Yes. Apparently, the woman in that scenario right there sounds exactly like the man. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. She's got sort of a few hormonal issues. That is absolutely fine. Or he does. You never know. You never know in these cases. It's sort of uniqueness of people, I suppose. They've all got different lives. I like the way that sort of corners off there. That's nice. Something else I need to think about. Have I set every district? Have I set? Have. Not av. I'm not sure where this av is coming from. Probably my brother, because he speaks similar to that. That's the odd thing about my family. They're a bunch of brothers, and we all sort of have ever so slightly different ways of talking. I mean, our accents are relatively similar. But just the way we talk just seems sort of distant. Which is fine. Not distant, dissimilar. Is dissimilar the right word? That's a really... I like dissimilar. For some reason, that just feels really good to say. It's dissimilar. Anyway, I'm going to make sure just to change this to the European style. I really wish it would change it to the default. I did ask the game, oh, can I have this as European style? But it doesn't do it. It says, oh, no, default. What's default? What is the default style? I can't tell. Is it the American style? How's that default? Why is that the default style? These houses are probably older than America. That's fine, though. Merv, I get it. You're pissed off. You're always pissed off. Your fucking bed thing's gone. Your bed thing's gone. Your secret room's gone. You're trying to find a new place in this world. Let me tell you, you will never find a new place in this world unless you calm the fuck down. No? He just walks back and forth in his cage. That's all he does. He walks back and forth all day, has a little shout every now and again, and then just sort of gives up. As a species, I don't know how a parrot survives, if that's all he does. Sort of on a branch all day, just pissing off a lion or something. I don't think parrots are indigenous to places where lions exist. I have no idea. But there we go. Something else, I suppose. Do we want more? Medium demand for commercial zone. I really wish... Wait, are we low on workers here? My fucking word. Uneducated workers are pissing me off. We have too much education. Right, we're going to have to increase the density of these areas. I mean, I'm fine with it because it just means we have to try and deal with the fact that we don't have any of those workers. And we can do so just by increasing the density, and it's not that hard as well. I think it's just a case of, I mean, we check our land value right here. I really wish I would know where I'm looking here. There we go. It really doesn't help me. I really wish it was indicated by numbers or something. Okay, but not by numbers. It's just the numbers are so... It's sort of difficult for me anyway, to tell the difference. Maybe I'm ever so partially colorblind. I don't know. Can you be partially colorblind? I imagine you can. Sort of have a little bit of a sort of a little bit of trouble detecting similar shades. Sort of the similar shades of blue that we have right here. This seems to be slightly darker, but I'm not sure if that's just due to the road. Here, this is a little bit more high intensity, I suppose, of blue. As we see the man with the walking stick right there. Charles Cooper. What a fantastic name. He did look like a Charles. Not an Xavier, though. But yeah, not enough workers. I sort of got a little bit distracted. I'm not going to lie, Merv's distracting the absolute hell out of me right now. I can't think straight. Tends to be the case when he gets annoyed. Just, I can't think. Oh, what's going on? So we're just going to get a few parks placed in. Should we have one big park there? I don't think that's really a good place for a park. I should have put a park in here before I did anything else. No, I don't want a big park there. I feel like I'm missing having a big park. I just don't know where to put it. Around here might be a nice place for it. And then we can get some paths set up. Here just feels right. The problem I have with this section, now that I'm thinking about it, is this. Already there's a lot of traffic because it's the only way to get out. What I might want to do is set up a way out through here as well. Just multiple ways so that people don't have to travel as much. Might be helpful for us. What do you want, Pirate? I've got 8 minutes left. I really can't think straight, so you won't shut the fuck up. Come here. Alright, cover up the cage. Oh my god. Alright. My eye hurts. That's not a good thing. I'm gonna pop a blood vessel. Alright, let's pause the game. We have some recently deceased over here, unfortunately. I might just put him in. I might just get him out of the room. I can't think. I have enough trouble thinking as it is. So I can put a cemetery around about here. Tell you what, let's get rid of this road. This is just in the way. I think a cemetery right there is a pretty good spot for one. Tends to get most places by the looks of things. Tell you what I might do is have a road connecting up here. All right there. It's a very small area. I don't think there's too much of a problem with having sort of multiple roads like this. There's a little bit of traffic, which isn't great, but it's such a underused zone. For now, anyway, until we probably have a little bit of high density on that side right there. No, not enough workers, so they're sort of unwilling to increase their density in some areas, that is, anyway. Why are some places just completely immune to density upgrades? Why is that? Okay, then. So, educate more citizens to allow the building to be upgraded. Make sure your education facilities can handle all potential students. You know what? Screw it. Let's just have more education. Oh, 10%. Nice. That's what I'm going to do. Maybe it's just the fact that I need to pursue a higher education. And trying to facilitate jobs for uneducated workers is just not the best way to do things. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to have education here. We're going to move up the education ladder. And we're just going to have to accept the fact that this area, you're going to have to come with us. We're not going to slow down for you. Unless, of course, we start running into issues where we can't have enough workers. I just want educated. I don't want well-educated. I don't want highly educated. I want predominantly educated workers, which means I think the certain education building types do represent the kind of educated people that you are going to get. I imagine so anyway. Also, I think age is also a part of that. Let's just double check and read this. So, an elementary school okay, let's start this again. Elementary schools educate children. Placing one makes the neighborhood more attractive to families with children. Attractive shouldn't really be the right word to use when thinking about an elementary school. The immediate thing that popped into my head right there was pedophile. But that's, pedophile. Right? For some reason, pedophile came into my head. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm a sick individual and completely narcissistic. The first thing I think when I go near an elementary school isn't that. But just putting the word attractive in and then think of a pedophile, which attractive, there kind of thing. Anyway, why the fuck did that go into my head and why do I have to express it? Jesus Christ. It's fine. And also, where the hell's the religious stuff coming in there for? I don't fucking know. Alright, let's just go ahead and get myself a elementary school right there. Pop it in. I wish I could take back the last 5 minutes of my life. It's too late now. I can't really do much about it. I will accept it. So now density is going up, other than in commercial areas. No level up if... Okay, what? No level up if available. Is it because you need workers? The outer ring displays the ratio of available workplaces by education level. The inner circle displays the ratio of workers by education level. The outer ring displays a ratio of available workplaces by education level. Okay then, so because it's all uneducated, it's just a ring of redness. The ring of redness. And this has a bunch of people that are well-educated working there. Okay. So we just need to wait until this eventually increases in density. Whether it will or not, I don't know. We're about to find out, I suppose. Let's just not talk about anything that is just abhorrent and disgusting. I think that's probably a good thing, I feel, to talk about. No, not talk about. But there we are. No more workers there. Screw you! Screw you and your requirement for more workers. My money is shooting down. What's happening? What is happening? Power's fine. Water's fine. Maybe it's because... Okay, there's a bunch of dead people here. Why are there so many deceased? My fucking word. Okay. You're waiting for transport. Alright, we're going to have to go into the budget screen and find out what the hell's going on. Alright, before I do that, let's go to happiness. Residential happiness is fairly high. Mostly office happiness is quite high. That's odd. What I will do is increase this by an extra %, and also this by an extra %, because I need a little bit more money, because for some reason I'm running low all of a sudden. I'm running into some sort of crash. As for education, for parks and plazas, I'm probably going to have to lower that at some point. What is this? Maintenance. Just the budget aside, how many vehicle, road maintenance, and snow dump services have at their disposal? Don't know why I had so much trouble saying that word. Right. Let's go back to this. We have one right here, but I think maybe we just need a crematorium and just put it right there or something. Is it the one-way system that's screwing me over? Because there are so many deceased around here. I think having a crematorium at this corner would help out. Or maybe this one. How much does it cost, though? That's the problem. 720 per week. Oh, I'd rather have a cemetery and just place it right there. It's everywhere. There are so many deceased, but we're just not picking them up for some reason. Why are we having so many issues with that? Hearses in use, 4 out of 10. Why are you not using all of them? Where's the other 6? Why do you refrain from using them all? Now it's 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10. There are dead people right here, and you're refusing to use them. You use them. We need them for fuel! Come on! This has been a problem since the beginning of the series. Is this just a bug? So you're still emptying. So all 10 hearses are in use there. Maybe I just need crematoriums, and they just want them instead. So they don't want them to be buried. They just want them to be in the crematorium. Right, let's go over to this. So crematorium availability. So right now we just don't have a space for the crematorium. So I imagine that's what it is. Unfortunately, I also don't have the money for the crematorium. And also we have one right here, and yet there's loads of people requiring pickup. So I don't know what to do other than spend a shitload of money on healthcare. Right, let's get a crematorium. I don't want one right there. It's a bad place for it. Even right there's a bad place for it. Right, fine. We'll get one right here. And we're going to have to get one pretty much on every district at this rate. We've already got one right here, so I'm not sure why they're having any issues. We haven't got one over here, but we do have a cemetery. I know, we'd have one right there. But we could probably do with one down there. We don't have one right here. So if we place one right here, this should be fine. And other than that, just increase the healthcare, I suppose, because I'm pretty sure it's part of the same budget. So raising the budget for healthcare allows facilities to have more ambulances and hearses. So if we improve it by 10%, exactly 10%, it looks like it cost us about 200 quid extra or something like that per month. The money's gone up ever so slightly. What's our education at right now? We have enough availability. We have the capacity, that is. We are still having issues with picking up the dead, though. I think it's mostly because we can't do a round trip. We have to keep going back and forth. What is our healthcare coverage? We haven't got any over here. Why have we not got any healthcare under here? Oh, no, we do. It's one right there. What? Why are we having so many issues? Right next to that, let's have ourselves an... What the hell this thing is? A clinic. Have a clinic nearby. So we're having a little bit of an epidemic right now. People are dying. Left, right, and center. A dead person's waiting to be transported. A dead person's waiting to be transported. Transport. They're dying everywhere. There are so many dead people. Help me! I feel like I'm going through some sort of zombie apocalypse playthrough or something like that. I've not even expanded my industry. People just keep wanting to come in. I don't need any more industry at the moment. Probably because of the oil. What I do need is the ability to transport the dead. And I don't have that right now. Well, I should. I've got decent coverage. Okay, maybe not. Could be better. But all the areas that are having issues are where the coverage is. There's no dead people. Okay, there's one there. Okay, there's a few around here, but that's a different story. I guess I could have a crematorium around here to deal with issues, but once again, it's so expensive. So expensive. We've got nothing around here. We have a crematorium around there, so they should be able to get most places. Is it because these are full? Nope, you're not full. You're still emptying, so you should start picking up again. You're nearly full. Only using up 2 of 11 hearses. Look at all the deceased nearby! And you're only using 2... Right, it just must be the case that some of them wish to be taken to a crematorium instead. I imagine there's some sort of way to indicate that, and I'm just missing it. So, I'm just going to blame it, as I usually do, and as I probably should, on my ineptitude. So we have a crematorium right here. We still need one around about this area. The problem I have is the one-way system is sort of screwing me in that respect. So, I mean, one right there just feels sort of pointless. On that side of the road also isn't a great place for it. Maybe right here. Yeah, I'm going to put one right there and see what happens. The money's going up, oddly enough. Can you not go the other way? You should be able to. Well, a bunch of them just came out, so I'm going to say it's probably working out for everyone. Look at this little house. That's quite nice. I like that little arch at the top. It's a nice touch. Although from the back it is hideous. But you're not really going to see that so much. There's also a little sand pit at the back, which is a bit odd. Considering the house probably... Well, houses quite a few people. Why is there a... Why are there flags around here? We don't really... There's flags of multiple nationalities at the back, which is really odd to me, because we don't really carry that kind of nationalism. Yeah. I always find it odd when I see flags. I mean, it's sort of a normal thing in America, but over here, I don't tend to see it that much. There we go. We got the Union flag. I think that one's German, I don't know. Or that one, the colours are very similar to me. Like I said, and I've said it many times before, I mean, that's Spain, probably, I don't know. As I've said many times before, my ability to remember things that I probably should know is just... I mean, my ability to remember in general is just fucking atrocious, and it just impedes my everyday life, which is quite unfortunate. I imagine I have some sort of a disability for it, but I do not know. There we are. So I do apologise if I offended anyone. Some people do get a little bit annoyed when someone doesn't know some things, you know. It's just how it is. You have to live with it. You have to live with it. There we are. Looking good, though. Looking good. This episode's been really weird. It's been really strange. I don't know. I don't know what I've really done. Oh, this looks really cool, though. Look at that. Especially zooming out. It's like a shopping centre. Okay, right. We're having issues over here. How do we speed things up? Because we're having sort of a backlog all the way back here. Is it because of this road? And people just need to sort of go straight ahead if they want to go onto this section. And then maybe on this side as well. Yeah, maybe that's another thing we can do. We can have a road right here. Some people can go on the other side. Why are you still slow? I'm trying to figure this out. Obviously. I think the real problem is that I have this long road right here, and there's no real reason to not just have it be a highway road. I can easily have this be a highway road and make it all the way over here. There's just a massive traffic jam. Mostly because there's traffic lights here when there probably shouldn't be. Why are there traffic lights here, though? Well, I know why there are traffic lights here, but the fact that there are traffic lights is making this really difficult. Right, anyway, I'm way over time in this episode, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize being all over the place, but hopefully you've enjoyed the random commentary that I've had today. And apparently we're having issues with rubbish. Yeah, the maintenance side of the game is starting to reappear. Hopefully we'll be able to keep up with it. I've just realized the industrial state for this area is so far away that there's no real place to keep my rubbish collection. Oh, that's not true. I can have it right here. Yeah, I suppose I can still have my rubbish collections just sort of off in the road. Yeah, I can do that. That's fine. What I need to do next episode, though, is prioritize, or maybe not next episode, maybe I can do this off camera, I'm not too sure, we'll see. Well, trying to find out how to fix this, because the only fix I can think of is to get rid of this traffic light, and I don't know how to do that. Other than make this road one way, but that just seems really stupid. I can make a roundabout. Oh god, help me. It's always with the fucking roundabouts. I swore there pointlessly because Mo was making those annoying cotton eating sounds eating something else, and it's really distracting me. And I feel like I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm. Oh, what a terrific day it has been, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourselves. I will see you all next time for some more City Skylines. I'm losing my fucking mind. See you later. Bye-bye.